I will begin by acknowledging Toronto as a sacred gathering place for many Indigenous peoples of Turtle Island. I want to recognize the long history of First Nations and Métis peoples in Ontario and show respect, particularly to the Mississaugas of the New Credit. We are especially honored to have Minister Kirsty Duncan here with us today. In her role as the Federal Minister of Science, she has been a strong advocate for women in STEM and has helped to generate a national conversation on this important topic. Thank you, Minister Duncan, for being with us here today. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you for this special annual conference that brings together researchers, students, frontline healthcare and community workers, and members of our community. This kind of research and in-depth community engagement enables us to innovate and create health system solutions that matter, that make a difference for everyone. Today, we also celebrate Women's Exchange's 5th anniversary. We are all so proud of the contributions the Women's Exchange have made to our hospital and to the broader research community. Over the past 5 years, Women's Exchange have advocated for research with a sex and gender lens and demonstrated why it is so vital to the future of healthcare. Women's Exchange exemplifies leadership in science and a future where healthcare research is not only active in large academic settings, but is also making a difference to smaller, diverse communities that traditionally would not have received the benefit from this important work. Women's Exchange has shown us how substantial change can be achieved when grassroots organizations and academic centers truly partner and work together. Your work is a perfect example of how we are fulfilling our strategic vision to revolutionize healthcare for a healthier, more equitable world. So congratulations on this important milestone. Today, more young women than ever are studying science and are pursuing STEM-related careers. And joining us today, we have a few young women studying science in the audience. Can I ask those women that I'm speaking of just to stand and wave up, just so we can. We're pleased to have you here today. These students are currently taking part in the TOPS program, or Talented Offerings in the Programs of Sciences through the Toronto District School Board. These women are highly motivated and share an interest in science and math. In short, they are the future of STEM. So welcome to every one of you. As we can see, great progress is being made. However, women are still consistently underrepresented in leadership positions, in science, and across industries. Moreover, women continually face systemic barriers, preventing them from excelling in these careers. This reality is not new to Women's College Hospital. From the beginning, we have focused on advancing all women in medicine, in science, in research, and in leadership roles. We were the first institution in Canada to allow women to train in medicine. We were the first hospital in Canada to provide privileges to female physicians so that they could care for patients in hospital. So advancing women in science is truly embedded in our heritage. This tradition continues to the present day with ongoing formal and informal mentorship, training, and educational opportunities created for women. Inclusion and diversity are deeply ingrained in our culture and our focus. This in turn translates to the care we provide and the environment that we create for our patients. We want Women's College to be a hospital where all patients, regardless of their sex or gender, feel safe, cared for, and known. We are unbelievably proud of our history and our ongoing efforts, and at the same time, we know that more needs to be done. We must encourage more conversations like today's, where we hear firsthand from women leaders about their experiences and the lessons that they've learned. I would like to thank all of our guest speakers today for taking the time to be a part of this important event. So to share more about today's event, I'd like to welcome Dr. Paula Rochon, the lead of Women's Exchange, and the VP of Research at Women's College Hospital, to the podium.
So thank you very much, Marilyn, and welcome everyone to our 11th Women's Exchange event. We're funded here by the Province of Ontario and CIHR's SPORE initiative, and we're a health research center based here at Women's College. Now, we have a goal. Our goal is to improve the health and well-being of all women and all Ontarians, so we have big ambitions. And we have three major activities. The first is to enhance the health in the community through projects that we do through the 15K Challenge. And I think you saw some of the videos from those playing just before you came in. We support the uptake of women's health research findings through activities such as this, so having events like what you're at today. And then we help to build the capacity of researchers to better integrate sex and gender into everything they do, using some of the tools that we've created for this regard. Now, this event is special because it's actually our 5-year anniversary. And I think it's fair to say that the team has accomplished a lot in not very much time. So we have funded almost 150 community-based research projects through the Women's Exchange Initiative, through our 15K Challenge program. And for those of you who are interested, there's going to be another call coming up shortly in December, so keep looking out for that. And that has supported 500 researchers across the province and actually 4,000 community participants. And that is people in every sort of area of the province of Ontario. So we've got incredible reach with what we've been able to do. Now, we've also launched services to help people advance the integration of sex and gender in the research that they do. And we've created some really interesting e-learning modules to help people with the practical skills of how you actually go about doing this. And so with that, we help people get that sex and gender lens in all the research that they're doing. We've also developed some really important partnerships, like partnerships with Diabetes Action Canada, and we work with them to ensure that sex and gender is included in all the research that's being done by their teams across the country. And so that way we're having an impact. We've also shared our knowledge over the last while in about 90 presentations, and those have been done at the local, national, and international level. And as part of our anniversary, we've just released today, and I think you're the first people to get it, our impact report. And I think it's a beautiful report, and so I hope you enjoy it. It talks about the work that we've been doing and has some great examples and stories from people who have been part of that, which I think you'll enjoy reading. So I think we're very proud of the things that we've accomplished, but we know that there is a lot for all of us still to do. And so we really invite you to join us as we work to improve women's health and pursue health equity for all. So we're very excited to be hosting this event today, and I think it's really aptly called Leading Women in Science. Women's here, I think, has been at the forefront of supporting and promoting women in science for many, many decades. We know that when teams include women, they're more likely to include things like sex and gender in their considerations when they're conducting their studies. And as a result of that, produce results that are really more comprehensive and really better science. And that's something that we want. I think it's also important to note that women bring a very diverse perspective, different ideas, different kinds of talents to the research projects that they're part of. And this leads to greater innovation and to advancement. And I think it's fair to say that we really do need more women from all backgrounds, and particularly, we need women in leadership positions. So this afternoon, we're going to have a number of presentations and opportunities for you to consider and discuss ways to foster women in science. And as part of that, we've invited some students, and so I know there's some high school students with us here, as well as some people from the TOPS program. So really welcome you. And I guess I hope that when you leave today, when you walk away from our event, you'll feel inspired, perhaps more informed, and perhaps empowered.